Greetings to all my melanated brothers and sisters all around the world. Really a joy and pleasure greeting you and reaching out to you this morning with the sun up and shining and being very much enlightening. I feel so good that I have escaped the SON and have come to the place where I recognize and realize the importance of the SUN. You know, this morning, I have such a good feeling, having had a dream of a book that someone else would have written, and that book only had 38 pages. And I know age and is 11. 11 is really a doorway, a gateway, because in the dream I was very much encouraged with my books when I see this person's book and how short it was, and it was going to help people and it was going to touch the lives of people. And I was hustling and to bring the good news, to say, look, let me not worry about how big my book should be and so on. Let's get this thing going and get them published and so on. And to come to realize what they were celebrating in my country as independence this Friday, which is 2 days ago. It is really actually they claiming to be their 38th anniversary of independence, having coming to independence since 1979, since 1979. Okay? And so, with that being said, let me take this moment to thank all my subscribers and those who are willing to spread or to share this message with other melanated brothers and sisters all around the world. Now, with that being said, I want to speak about this scripture destroys all preacher. And to be honest with you, as I said, I cannot tell you exactly the book, the chapter or the verse, but this is what it says. It says, by grace are ye saved through faith. It is not of works, or not of yourself, lest any man should boast. Now, when I get home, I'm going to put it in my description exactly where it is taken from. Because you see, when I get out here, sometimes I might have a topic that I'm planning to speak on, but as my intuition would lead me, I just follow my intuition. Whatever my intuition will lead me to speak, I speak. And that's what happened to me. So it just came to me, and I'm just following the inspiration. Now, what is grace? Grace means unmerited favor, unmerited love, unconditional favor, unconditional love. And my friends, to be honest with you, it is only until when I had the experience whereby I wake within myself like a fiery being and heard the unearthly wind and ascended up on high and had an innate ability to come out of my skull like a little child and pull the rest of myself out and became invisible. That I understood true love and what is love. That's the only time I get to understand that love is God and God is love. That's the time when I get to understand it is by grace are you saved through faith, and not that of yourself. It is not of works, lest any man should boast. My friend, that scripture right there, when you have the full understanding of what it is saying, it destroys church, it destroys all religion. It shows you how useless it is to join yourself to any particular religion or denomination or having any certain identification and holding to that. It is actually teaching you that everything that has already been written, it is a prophecy of the fulfillment of your journey. And when you have completed the journey and you have done your work and you come into your true purpose and your true calling, you will come into the greatest love there is. And that's how you would know that you should be connected back with your nature. And that everything is in nature. Then you will understand when you read about the Christ. It is said of the Christ that when he speaks, even the common people understand what he was saying. Even the people who are illiterate will understand what I'm saying, because I'm speaking as I see things from nature, because nature is my greatest teacher. Experience and nature. I am bringing the information over to you, but it's when you apply it to your life, you become your teacher. So, intellect could never be the way towards life. Works could never be the way. And all Christianity is teaching you is by works and having you deceiving yourself and making you believe that you're better than others because you're doing certain things and you're not doing certain things. It's all a lie. It's all deception. And there's no preacher in the world can go against the scripture that says by grace are you saved. It is said is right within your own self. Is you discovering your true self. Is you discovering your higher self. It is you discovering the invisible you. It is the soul coming to its own. The soul coming to know its own. It is coming to know that you are a spirit having a human experience. It's not intellect. I've encountered so many people this morning, having gone to the supermarket, who want to challenge what I'm saying by intellect and think they can out-reason me with their intellect. And I can know when you're speaking from intellect. Because it is said, you don't light a candle and put it under a bushel. You put it on a candle stand. There's so much people will be talking and trying to debate me. Yet none of them could speak of the experience which I would have had. Then I met this guy who trying to be intellectual with me. And when I'm putting him on the spot, he's trying some sort of cheap psychology. This guy Boucher. And I'm calling his name for people in this country who knows him, who's a barber, yet he carrying jets. Because if you have light, come to the wall. I am bringing myself before the wall. Just like how I'm saying to the Christians. They always want to entertain me when it's one-on-one and nobody can hear, nobody can see, and they all want me to keep quiet. They don't want me to speak loud. I want everybody to hear what I'm saying. I want the world to hear what I'm saying. Because you do not light a candle and put it on a bushel. So, my brothers and my sisters, the message I'm bringing across to you is the message of grace. It's the message of unconditional love. It's the message of truth. It's a message that is non-judgmental. It is a message without fear. It is a message of love and peace and joy and happiness. All I'm asking of you is to look within yourself to find that. Because anyhow you look outside of yourself, you'll be trying to accomplish it by works. And then you will be measuring yourself with others. And you will be comparing yourself with others. Because the people who go into church always compare themselves with others. Because the woman who will go to church and go home to her husband and spread her leg as wide as possible to accommodate her husband will want to see herself better than the woman who would spread herself and open up herself for someone to accommodate someone for the camera or pornography. Yet, they're the same ones who would go and get themselves involved in politics and say they're voting. And know that these things cannot take place unless they be put into certain laws and so on. And that governments, like especially in America, those things that are legalized, they have to pay certain fees. So, my brothers and my melanated brothers and sisters, this scripture alone destroys all preacher. So, the thing is, why is the use of all of these churches and all of these religion? They're just trying to control the mind of the people. When it is by grace. If it is by grace, leave me alone. If it is by grace, then my religion is nature. So if a person wants to go to church on a Saturday and a Sunday and call on their white idol and their white Jesus, that's their business. That doesn't mean that I shouldn't sing my trumpet and speak about it and speak against it. If you do not want to hear what I am saying, well, fine. But you have to eat from nature and you have to live because of nature. The clothes you wearing because of nature. Everything comes from nature. So, that's my religion. And that's the only thing I want to get closer and closer and closer and closer to align myself with. Align with nature. So, I think I got my message across that this scripture that says, by grace I say through faith, it is not of works as any man should boast. I think it is showing all Christians and all religious and superstitious people that they are only fooling themselves, because righteousness is not something that you attain, but something you come to realize. Purity is not something you attain, but something you come to realize. And all of the good things that is telling you that you will come into is really a realization it is speaking about, and not really something you accomplish by doing any form of works. So, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to ask of you to feel free to like or dislike, feel free to subscribe, and feel free to comment. And let me say this, that everything that I'm saying here and doing here, it is out of love. Because when my true self has been expressed to me, and I behold who I am, and know that I am a spirit having a human experience, I will have experienced the greatest love. And I know that genuine love is corrective. And when I bring my message across to you, which is the message of love, some will interpret love as hate, and some will interpret hate as love. Because those who are bound in the matrix, they're interpreting hate as love, and interpreting love as hate. So that being said and done, with all of that being said, okay, I want to say to you, here is the sign. If your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. So, activate the sun in you and experience the one eye, and go beyond the sixth chakra and come out through the crown chakra and experience the world that's hidden from you. With that being said, peace. Love you.